So this is going to be a tough video to make, but at this point, I don't have any other choice. So I've been grinding YouTube for the last 14 years, and I've only had a couple glimpses of success. My dream is to finally be able to move out of my parents' basement before I turn 30, but at the moment, I don't see a world where that's ever possible. I'm literally Doctor Strange looking into all the different multiverses. There's 24 billion possibilities where I fail horribly. And you want to know how many where I succeed? Just one. And I just wish there was a way of knowing if I'm in the right multiverse where this will work out. I really don't know. Like, at the moment, I'm just throwing my life away by making content instead of doing something that'll help me live a decent life in the future. Like, I've thought a lot about this. Don't get me wrong. My biggest passion in life is content, but I need to make sure I don't screw myself over and end up homeless. Like, that's my biggest fear. Like, right now, things are fine, but let's be real though. The channel's dying more and more every month, and I've been trying my hardest out here. I've tried for a solid year to get back to a stable spot, but it just keeps declining more and more despite putting in more time and effort and just making significantly better content. It's just incredibly frustrating when a platform is actively trying to ruin your life just because the algorithm is just completely broken. Like, there's so many people who would be interested in the content, but YouTube just doesn't show it to them, and there's really nothing I can do about it. Like, I completely understand that it's momentum based, where once a channel starts picking up momentum, it'll start to snowball, but the only issue is if engagement, click-through rate, and watch time are too low, YouTube will never recommend the videos to the people who actually want to watch it, or even new people too. So what do I need to do? At the moment, my primary objective in life is to keep pushing out the best content I can, so someday the channel might get back to like 1 million plus views a month. At that point, I'll be able to start getting more sponsors, and thus I'll be able to start putting on more cool events and giveaways to give back to the community. Like, that's what I truly want to do in life, but at the moment, it's just not viable. Right now, the channel's only getting about 200,000 views a month, and this is the lowest point I've ever been in the last 5 years of doing YouTube. It's an incredibly scary and stressful position to be in. And if it keeps declining, then I can just say goodbye to the dream of being a content creator forever. But if it rises again and it can get back to where it was, then there's still a chance. But that's a big if. Like, it's such a difficult decision. Like, do I continue to cripple myself in the sense of not gaining any life experience for the off chance that things will work out? Or do I just give up completely and just do something else? I don't really have any plans or aspirations in life because I love making content. That's the thing that helps me wake up in the morning. But the fear of just losing it all, the fear of not being able to do it anymore, just paralyzes me. The clear way forward is content, but it's so uncertain. Like, I've burnt myself out so much that sometimes I don't even want to wake up in the morning. I just sleep for 15 hours and then, I just sleep until I can't sleep anymore. When I can't get back to sleep, when I'm like fully awake, I just, that's when I get out of bed. But regardless, that brings us to our video title, Goodbye. So it's been a fun journey. I've learned so much over the years, and I've also pushed myself to the brink of insanity many times in the process. I felt love, loss, rock bottom, and all the highs and everything in between. It's been both a pleasure and a great pain to keep pushing forward. It's 100% uncertainty. Like, continuing just for the off chance that things will end up working out, but like, I'm delusional where, I want things to work out despite the world being cruel and unforgiving. That's the real world. It's brutal. Like, there's pretty much no light at the end of the tunnel. I just feel like I'm at the end of my leash. Every time I do anything positive, it just seems like nobody pays attention or nobody cares. Like, I just feel invisible. I just feel like I don't even exist. People keep gaslighting me and saying like, oh, but you have this huge community though. Like, trust me, like, whenever I try to talk to anyone, it's very rare that I get a response back. They usually just ignore me and they just go on with their normal everyday conversations. It's like they don't even, like, I can't even be included in their conversations. Like, I can't even like join in. I don't know. I just feel like no one really understands the spot I'm in and no one really understands what I'm feeling. Like, I just want to like have people to like talk to and hang out with, and I just want to feel included. Like, I have a huge like FOMO, or a fear of missing out, where I basically just want to be a normal person. I just want to, have conversations with people. I just want to like hang out, chill, do what I do best. And I try, but it just seems like no matter how hard I push and no matter what I do, it's just, it doesn't mean anything in the end. It's just like, I'm always lonely. I'm always just, I don't know, feeling like absolute crap. And I wish I knew what to do. Like, I wish I had like a clear way forward, but like, The thing is CS:GO content dying? Are people losing interest in the game? Are people moving on to like games like Valorant and like? But ultimately, though, I'm powerless to do anything about it because, I mean, my entire livelihood depends on, you know, having an audience, having people who enjoy the content. And most people only pay attention when I say something stupid. No one ever cares when I do something nice, like, you know, give a fan a $700 knife or, you know, anything like that. It just feels like I'm stuck between a rock and a hard place and everybody's just throwing stones at me. Like, people never ask me like how I feel. They just attack me when I'm going through emotional hell. I would give anything just to have a friend to talk to. But when I'm in a bad spot and when things are going rough, I don't have anybody to help comfort me. I don't have anybody to help me like realize that things will be okay. I have to kind of like, you know, do it myself, basically. I deal with constant thought loops where one negative thought leads to another and it snowballs, kind of like channel growth where a channel starts picking up steam. Like when it starts, it's very hard to stop in the short term. So anyways, back to saying goodbye. That isn't the end of the sentence, by the way. This isn't goodbye forever. This is just a goodbye for now. I'm taking a break from making content so I can focus on working on myself and developing new skills. The last time I did this, I lost pretty much half my audience and it never came, like, you know, none of them ever came back. So when I return, there's a slim chance that things will work out and there's a chance that the channel will probably be pushed to the brink of extinction. And at this point, I'm okay with that, but maybe this will be the beginning of a new chapter. Maybe this will be the beginning of something better. It's the start of a happy life. So, I mean, basically, if you want to help, just, you know, continue to enjoy the videos, leaving likes, of course, comments, sharing the videos. All that stuff helps a ton. And, you know, everybody has the power to make a difference, but usually only like a small percentage do. Regardless though, but of course, if we get back to 1 million views a month when I return, then we'll start doing big events again with the community and it's going to be awesome. And I'm super excited. Like, I hope it happens, but I'm not going to hold my breath because every time I hold my breath, it never works out just based on past experiences. But on a side note though, this week, I tried to get back into streaming on Twitch and the first 2 streams were pretty good. And then we had a really bad stream with zero support and I just gave up. Streaming just isn't fun if only a few people show up. Like, the best part about streaming is the chat interaction and having a sense of community. And like, that's the thing that makes streaming enjoyable. Like, when the stream is popping off, when there's a lot of people just hanging out, having fun, it really helps with the overall environment. But when there's like one person talking in chat, it just seems incredibly paralyzing and it's scary. I would give anything to be able to stream consistently, but the hardest part is getting people to show up. That's the factor that either makes or breaks the entire equation. What I'm about to say is the realest thing I'll probably ever say. A content creator is nothing without their viewers. And honestly, I appreciate you guys so much. Like, I know I might come off as sounding jaded, but to all the people who still watch and enjoy the content, I freaking love you guys, all right? You know, everyone else gave up on me, but you guys didn't. So there's still a chance. But when I return though, I'm gonna ditch my Tuesday and Friday upload schedule and just upload whenever the videos are ready. Because the problem with the schedule is I always end up waiting until the last second to make the videos, and then I have to rush to get it out on time, and it's not as good as I ever want it to be. Like, I just feel like the videos are never like fully finished. And like, you know, I just want to make the best content I can for you guys. But, you know, with your support, we can do this when I return. So, I mean, I don't know how long I'm going to take a break for. Could be a few days, a week, a few weeks, a month. I don't know. Like, I'm just going to do that until my passion for, you know, making great content returns. Because, I mean, burnout is a real thing. Burnout is a terrible thing to deal with. A break is really the only way to deal with it. Like, I can't just keep pushing forward because, like, I just feel like if I keep going, someday I'm just going to snap and do something incredibly stupid. And I don't want to get to that point. Well, like, whenever I hang out with you guys, it's always a great experience. But there's just so many negative emotions going through my mind. There's just so much anxiety and depression and just all these different things that it's overwhelming. And honestly, doing YouTube can get incredibly lonely, especially if you're all alone a majority of the time. And honestly, I miss the good old days when I at least had some YouTube friends that I could like talk to and hang out with and genuinely have a good time with. But, you know, as they grew, a lot of them like forgot about me, or at least it seems like that. I mean, maybe not, I could be wrong, but it just seems like fame really changes people. Anyways, I've stretched this out long enough. Thank you so much for watching. And when I return, if you guys are still here, maybe this might finally be the era of where things start working out and, where the ball starts rolling finally. But anyways, guys, it's Turbo, and I'm out. Peace.